In this tutorial, you'll learn how to create tasks in your student portfolios. You'll also learn how to modify tasks for each student's personal learning needs, assign tasks to students, and mark completed tasks. Now here I am on my projects page. I've created a portfolio for my class, and as you can see, I've got my students here. There's a great tutorial that'll help you set your class up on our help page. So I'm going to create a task, so I'll just click create a task, and creating a task is pretty much naming a task. So I'll just call it camp, and I'll save that, and then I'll open up one of my students' books. Now I've already created a task previously about our camp, and basically what I'm doing is asking students to put in a photo here, so delete this text and explain your camp photo, and also a story starter that will prompt them to fill in this text box with their camp experience. Now, the task is on page 3, so I have to remember that. I go up here to assign tasks, and in my drop-down menu I'm going to choose the camp task, and I'm going to choose page 3, and then I'm going to choose the students that I want to complete this task, and I'm going to choose Alice and Luke. Okay, and then I'll save it. So the task was successfully assigned, so I'll close that. Now just make sure that that's been added. So I'll go back to my projects page, and I will look into Luke's, and on page 3 that task should be on Luke's. Okay? Now I'm also going to assign this to one other student here, Soph, and this brings me back into her book. As you can see, that tells you the author here. And I'm going to go to page 3 where I assigned her the task. And I'm going to modify the task because this student works best when she's prompted. So what I'm going to do is just add a few different prompts. Okay, so I've added just a few story starters, and she will just continue the story as she goes along. So I'm going to save that, and then I'm going to assign this task. I'm also going to call it camp on page 3, but I'm also going to assign it to Alex and Emily because they need prompting as well. So I'll save that task and I'll close it. Now again, I'm going to double check to make sure that Alex's portfolio on page 3 has been saved the same way. So there you have it. I've customized the task for different learning needs. Now if I go back into my projects page again, I'll have a look at my portfolio, and when I open up this book, I can actually view my tasks. Now if you have a look here, this is my camp task, which is my new task, and these are tasks that I have assigned to students in the past. So as you can see, so this test task I've marked with just excellent, satisfactory, and this one for instance is overdue. This sample task I have assigned marks in percentages, and this is the new task. So if I want to go into Alice's, I viewed her task and she's completed it, and I just want to write a comment, and I just enter that and it's done. I can do the same for all the other students. The other thing I can do is I can go into Luke's task on page 3, and I can see that he hasn't completed it. So I can go in here and write a comment. Okay, so that comment I put in Luke's task, put it in red, and I'll just save that. And finally, you'll be able to invite parents online to view their child's progress throughout the year. Simply go to the Invite Users tutorial on the Schoolyard Stories help page.